Hi everybody, this is Joe. Welcome to the Joe Show, and today I am interviewing one of my friends, somebody I have known for quite a long time, and his name is Drew Jacobson. And Drew Jacobson, he just won Iowa Beef Expo, and I thought that was pretty cool, so I decided to have him on the show today. So today I will be asking him some questions about what he will do in his future life, and how many cows he has, what he's going to do with the cows, and at the end, we're going to play a little game with him. So, yeah, enjoy. Hello, Drew.
How's it going?
Good.
Good.
Tell me about yourself, Drew.
Yeah, so I'm currently 16 years old. I'm from Osceola, Iowa, and I got a sister named Macy, and then my parents are Andy and Nicole. And we live here on a little acreage south of Des Moines. And we live here, and we kind of focus mainly on showing cattle this year, and then we've shown pigs in the past. I've been very fortunate and very blessed with the opportunities and the people I've been able to interact with over the years in the livestock industry. I'm currently a junior at Clark High School here, and after I finish up my years at Clark High School, I planned on attending Iowa State University. I'm not 100% set on what major I want to get, but I am for sure looking in the realm of agricultural area. And right now, if I were to leave tomorrow, I'd definitely go to get a degree in agriculture business, with definitely an option in finance. And so after that, really after high school, I just plan on, coming back home as much as I can and helping just not my sister, but other families across the country to be able to experience some of the things that I have at such a young age.
Cool. So, I've heard you won Beef Expo.
Yes, I
Iowa Beef
did.
Expo.
Yep.
How'd it feel to win that?
Well, I guess if you want me to be honest with you, I guess I really don't. It's not really sunk in yet. It was one of them shows where I've always dreamed about winning, and it was one of them things where, I don't know if it'll ever sink in really what the true meaning of it really is, because it's just something that at that level was just something that I've just is always dreamed of doing, and to be able to do it with the calf I did. I guess the connection that him and I have, to be able to do it with that calf was just something that I'm never going to forget, and something that I'm truly in still loss of words to really just say how it really felt to be able to win that show.
Cool. So, who was on your crew that helped with your expo steer?
So there was, let me think. I think there was about 4 or 5 of us that got him ready in terms of fitting them and stuff before going up to the ring, and then there was kind of a different crew that helped me get them dry. But the crew that kind of, or I'd say it's kind of the main crew that really helped me get them ready. I guess I was part of the fitting crew, and then Joe Hare, who helped me find that calf, was a part of that. Caleb Street Matter from Indiana was also a part of that crew, along with Cole Lawrence from Wisconsin. And then, there's actually, and then Ryan Dunklaw from Nebraska. It was us 5 that got that steer ready to go up to the ring. And I guess if I'm being honest, there's not really a crew that I'd trade it for. I mean, in my opinion, they're the best in the business, and they're going to be some of the best to ever do it.
Okay. So, my dad asked me to ask you this question. He said there are a lot of pretty girls in that expo backdrop, or anyone special you want to give a shout out to.
Oh, I don't know. I guess I'm not going to say anybody in particular. I guess I'm going to, they're obviously in that backdrop for a reason. And that's because they were there, and they were a part of, getting that calf ready, and they've been a part of my life, and they're the reason that I am where I am today. And so I guess there's not really a select person that I'd give a shout out to, because I guess all of them deserve the same amount of, thank you that I'll never be able to, give back to them, and they'll never really truly understand how much I appreciate them and how much they do for me.
So, how many cows do you have at your house right now?
Yeah. So we got between my sister and I, there's five show cows running around here. I have personally myself. I have two steers. And then my sister has another steer. She has a breeding heifer, and then there's kind of a heifer that we kind of just call the cow that we're gonna feed out, and not really just feed out, but we're going to keep her and retain her here to become a cow and to breed on her. And so that's kind of both of ours, really. If you want me to be honest, she's kind of both of ours.
Cool. So, what's your favorite show to go to and why?
Oh boy, that's a good question. I guess I personally would have to say my favorite show to go to. Oh gosh, I don't even know. I'm gonna have to go with the National Western Stock Show in Denver.
Hmm.
I guess, I've only shown a calf there once, and I've shown pigs there three or four times, I think, and I've had some success down there. And, I don't, not that I've, there's other shows that I've won. And, people always say, well, I like this show because I won it. But I guess personally, I'm kind of big into the history of things, and the meaning behind the National Western, to me, is something that is what makes it my favorite. Just the history of the yards, the history up on the hill, just what's behind that, and all the things and all the good stories that you hear about the National Western and what they have to offer truly is why it makes my favorite show. I guess just the atmosphere in general. I know it's cold there and that kind of sucks, but I guess that feeling when it's cold and then you can just wake up every morning in your hotel and walk out, see the mountains, to me is something that makes it kind of a little bit cool too. But yeah, the atmosphere, the people, the history behind the National Western really makes it my favorite show.
Same with you, Drew. I got drawn for Denver a couple years ago, and my pigs did okay. They didn't do bad. They could did better. And yeah, I just had a blast staying in an Airbnb, and yeah, it was just a good time.
That's
And
cool.
so, what was your favorite pig to show?
My favorite pig to show, no question, would be my Burt Gilt from 2020. Her name was J-Lo. And I don't know if it was her personality or her quality that made her my favorite. Just one of those that when you woke up every morning and it was kind of, you were going out to that barn when you woke up every morning. There was never that time where you're like, hey, I don't want to go out and work. Every time I woke up and I was like, I want to go work that gill, and I cannot wait to get out there and, get her ready to go to the next show. And it just felt like every time you hit the show ring, I mean, I'm sure that you've experienced the same thing. There's some of them that you'll show, and when they just kind of know when it's showtime, and when they do, they kind of change, and they I don't know if they get better or they're in their game, and they know what they got to do to make themselves look good. So it kind of makes your job a little easier on the showman side.
Yeah,
But he was just so fun to be able to work with and show, and made so many memories, and really just it's kind of that one animal that changed my perspective on the whole industry.
okay. What was your favorite show to win?
Oh well, my favorite show to win. All right, I'm gonna have to go with winning the Louisville Steer Show in 2021.
Okay.
I guess to win that show, the cattle's always kind of been my favorite, and it's kind of just been something that I've done lately until this year. My sister's gotten more involved in it, but it's kind of just been my thing, and it's something I've just loved so much. And that calf kind of has a cool story behind him, in terms of who raised him and stuff. Rick Fry passed away, I think it was in 2019, and it would have been the last calf that he would have been able to raise. And so it was kind of the cool thing. That was the last calf that he was able to see raised. And then for that calf to go and win that show is just something I wasn't able to meet Rick on a personal level, but I always knew of him. And I guess that just to be able to do that for that family, and kind of just in remembrance of him, to be able to do that was something that was extremely cool. And that was like I said, it's kind of the cattle deal is kind of my own thing. And so for that to be my first major win with a calf with a background story like that, I don't know if it was really, I don't know how to describe it. That happened 2 years ago, and I'm still lost of words to describe that one.
Hmm. So, what are your plans with the cows that you have at your house right now?
So yeah, like I said, there's two steers of mine that we got on feed, and them two steers, one of them, the black one that I just won the Iowa Beef Expo with, him and my black and white steer that I also showed at the Beef Expo that was second in class. Those two steers are both what I call the state fair steers of the five at home. And them two steers are what we're feeding to go to the state fair in August. It's kind of that bucket list. Everybody always has their bucket list, and I'm sure you do on what shows you want to win.
Hmm.
And that's kind of one of those. Checking off the Beef Expo was cool. But if there's one show that I've always just dreamed about winning, I want to win every show. Obviously, that's everybody's goal in the
Hmm.
industry. But personally, the one show that could probably mean the most on your home turf, it's always cool to win the state fair, and I hope someday that I get to experience it. And with those two calves, I feel like we got a very good shot at when it comes into August to win that state fair.
Yeah.
Um, I mentioned that my sister has a breeding heifer and a littler steer. That steer that she has would be for the Denver in 2024. That steer's a kind of a smaller calf. We'll jackpot him here till probably the beginning of June. Just keep showing him. He's a smaller steer, so once it hits summertime, we'll kind of kick him out in the pasture and let him be a calf for a while, and then we'll get him back in October or so and get him ready for the National Western in 2024. And then her breeding heifer that she has is a maintainer. We'll probably take her to junior nationals in June. It kind of depends really what she wants to do. If we want to take her or not. She's kind of a mean old girl. She's not the nicest one of the group. But there's her, and she'll definitely go to county fair. And in Iowa we get a really cool opportunity to try to go to the all Iowa, and we're gonna try to gear her for that. I think she's a nice fit for that stuff. And then I said that we kind of have a cow at home. She's a cow that we're or a heifer really. She's not a cow yet, but a heifer that we're gonna retain, and then calve her out. And when she gets older, she's gonna go to a couple jackpots here coming up in the next few weeks, and we'll take her out there and show her some market effort. And then we'll just bring her back in the summer. Maybe show her at the county fair. We haven't decided, but she'll um, go. Definitely go to the cow pen.
Hmm. Yeah. Besides livestock, what else are you involved in?
Well, I not really involved in much else besides livestock. It's kind of something that it's something my whole life revolves around. That's all I want to do, and that's something that I'm so passionate for. But I guess some of my hobbies that I do when when I get that little extra free time, spring coming up, summer coming up, it's the best season in my opinion for many reasons. I guess obviously working on steers in the cooler. But second all, instead of not livestock, hitting the golf course in the spring and going all year round is something that I enjoy so much with going out with my buddies. Not going to say I'm the greatest golfer in the world, but it's something that it's just so relaxing and so fun to go out and do. And then I guess the summer nights, when it's a little too warm to kick steers out yet, but it's a good time to go out to the ponds out back and go fish. It's something I really like to enjoy. I guess I don't know. That's probably about all I got. I guess FFA stuff. I really like helping our community and helping the people in our school learn more about agriculture and learn the reasons why, people wake up every morning to go outside and work livestock, and not just the show side of it, but even the production side of it too. That, talk to them about the reason why we do it. And so, when we spread how good our industry is and what we have to offer, it's only going to help us in the future. We don't have enough farmers right now, and with the world only getting bigger, we're going to need more of them. And so we got to make sure that we're continuing to put out a good image of the industry out there, so we're able to gain and not lose any more farmers.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, what do you like to do in your free time?
I like to play baseball. I play basketball. I do football. I wrestle.
Busy guy.
Kind of.
Kind of. Well, if you got all them pigs on feed and you got all them sports, I don't know how you ever get any free time, man.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, Joe, I guess I've known you for a while, and I've known you since you were really a little kid. And I know that you're extremely involved with the pigs. What do you got on feed this year? Really, what do you guys got going?
Yeah, we got a couple crossbreds, a couple purebreds. Yeah, we're just basically aiming for county fair and World Pork Expo.
This is your first year at the county fair, correct?
Yup.
Going after the all Iowa deal, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a special deal. I've been very fortunate to win the gilt side of it, and
Oh.
it's a cool thing. That show is extremely fun, and it's kind of what I was known for in the summer. We kind of started that deal, so it's kind of cool to say that we're able to show at those, and that'll be fun that you got a bunch on feed for that.
Yeah.
What else? What else do you got going on? Just in general, what all do you got going on? What's some stuff you've been up to, or anything new?
My JV team just won a tournament.
That's
And
cool.
yeah, and we got first in our conference.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Well, good job on that.
Thanks. I have one question. We're gonna play a game. We're gonna play
Play
Would
a
You
game.
Rather.
Oh no.
Would you rather win the state fair, but your cow goes loose in the ring, but you still win, and it's all over the news, or would you win Denver, but your mom has to drive you to school every day?
So the question is, would I rather win the state fair and my cow gets loose and it goes on the news,
Mm-hmm.
or win Denver and my mom has to drive me to school every day?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's not really a question. I guess for sure I definitely pick the win Denver and have my mom drive me to school every day. Because I feel like the biggest threat right now in the agricultural industry is the negative impact that we have on ourselves. They're the people that really don't understand what we are doing and what we wake up and do every day, and have no idea is our biggest competitors. And if we put a bigger negative impact, or a bigger negative image, I should say, on our industry, I don't really know. I don't want that to happen. And so, maybe if my calf got away, just because the littlest thing spooked them, but however the media portrays it is going to make it look a lot worse than I do. And I guess personally, I don't want to be that one person. That I don't know, with today's world, I'm going to say it's a little weird. It's not the most normal, and so I don't know how far that can get taken out of hand. I don't want something for it to be my fault, to where that maybe we have to stop showing because calf got away. I don't know what would go down behind that, and I guess this is an industry that I passionately love too much, and something that means too much to me to see go away because someone put a bigger of a negative image on it.
Mm-hmm. All right, and so that'll do it.
Is that all we got?
I think so.
Well, thank you for having me on here. It was an absolute honor.
Thank you so much, Drew, for being on my podcast, and I hope to see you on the road sometime when we go to shows. And just thank you for being on my podcast.